Hello friends, I am Sagar Chaudhary from second year chemical division, roll number 14, and I am going to give explanation about the crystalline material and non-crystalline material. What is their examples? Crystalline solid and non-crystalline solid are the two main categories of the solids. Let's show some difference between them. So what is the difference between crystalline and non-crystalline solids? So the crystalline solid have an evenly distributed three-dimensional arrangement of atoms, ions or molecules, while non-crystalline solid do not have the consistent arrangement of atom. Non-crystalline solid also called as the amorphous solid. Why study the structure of crystalline solids? That the arrangement of atoms defines the structure defines the property, and the property defines the whole behavior of the material. So we study the structure of crystalline solid. The outlines. So these are the outlines that lattice, basis, crystal structure. There are two types: polycrystal and single crystal, unit cell, and the cubic crystal system. So crystal structure is lattice plus basis. So we further I explained that the what is the lattice and basis. So basis of crystal structure. So lattice, an infinite periodic arrangement of point in a space is called as lattice. So this diagram is shows the lattice means it is a space where all the arrangements of points in a space. Basis, a group of one or more atoms located in a particular way with respect to each other and associated with each point is known as motif or basis. This is the basis. So the crystal structure means it is the regular arrangement of atoms, ions or molecules. That this diagram shows the crystal structure. So we obtain a crystal structure by adding a lattice and basis. So we can say that when an atom or identical group of atom is attached to every lattice point, we obtain a crystal structure. So mainly the crystals are classified into two types. That is, first one is a polycrystal and second one is a single crystal. So polycrystal is the type of crystal periodicity is not maintained throughout the body. Means somewhere is the crystal, somewhere we can say that is a crystal structure and non-crystal as well. And the second one is a single crystal. In this type, the crystal periodicity is maintained throughout the body. I can explain the unit cell. The atom or group of atom forming a building block of a smallest acceptable size of whole volume of a crystal is defined as a unit cell. So we consider only the one part of this, the cube, so it's called as a unit cell. The unit cell is defined the three dimensions. So here for the cubic crystal system we have simplest cubic, base center cubic and body center cubic. There are further the base center cubic is also there. So these are the diagrams of the simple cube. First one is a simple cubic, second one is a body center, and third one is a face center cubic. So the arrangement of identical spheres in a simple cubic cell. So first one you can see that this is the ball and stick model, and the second one is how the atoms are arranged, and the third one is a unit cell. So the total number of atom per unit cell is there is the 8 atoms which occupy the 1/8 of atom in the unit cell. So the total atom in the one unit cell is 1 atom in cubic system. So in the body center cubic we can conclude that there is a 1 atom inside the unit cell. So is same arrangement as the simple cubic. So the 1/8, there are 8 atoms which contribute the 1/8 of the each atom. So 8 into 1/8 plus 1 atom which are there in the center of the unit cell. So in the body center cubic there are 2 atoms in the unit cell. So the corner atom and a face center atom. So there are the 6 atoms which contribute the half of their atom. There are 6 atoms which are contribute the half. So the 6 into 1 by 2 plus 8 into 1 by 8. So there are the 8 corner atom which contribute the 1 by 8 of their atom. So totally there are 4 atoms. If you find the any crystal, so there are only 7 unique arrangements known as the crystal system which fill in a 3-dimensional space. That is, the first one is a simple cubic, second is a tetragonal, third one is a orthorhombic, fourth one is a rhombohedral, fifth one is a monoclinic, sixth one triclinic, and seventh one is a hexagonal. We now discuss about that the 7 crystal system and their examples. So these are the cubic crystal and their example is the pyrite or fluorite. The second one is a tetragonal crystal. Their example is a zircon. The third one is a orthorhombic crystal. Their example is a topaz. The fourth one is a hexagonal crystal. Their example is a corundum. The fifth one, rhombohedral crystal. Their example is tourmaline. The sixth one is a monoclinic crystal. Their example is a kunzite. And the seventh is a triclinic, where is the all angles and length are different. Their example is the amazonite. Now the hexagonal structure. The fourth we can classify that the simple cubic, body center, face center, and base center. The hexagonal structure is that 4 structure from their arrangement. So the total atoms are inside in the unit cell of the hexagonal structure is 6. And then so the first we defined that the crystalline solid and their types, and the second is now the non-crystalline solid. The example of the non-crystalline solid is the glass, and the glass on the other hand is an amorphous material that is the lacks a regular 3D arrangement of atoms. So thank you.